Hey guys! So today I want to know what type of food can I sell as a pop-up restaurant. And what I want to know is what is the type of food that brings the highest return. Because different type of food has different prices, different costs. And so I want to make sure that I sell what is giving me a highest return. So I want to show you a few dishes that I am interested in making because I know how to make them. I don't think they are very hard to do. And to compare it as well with some drinks, alright? So the idea is to see which one is the highest in return. And I think we're going to find some interesting results, alright? So first, define location. You could do this at home as well, in your country, in your city. I think the result would be slightly different from mine, but I think that usually it would be around there. So I have chosen London as a location. Why? Because I used to live there for 6 years. I was in London and I was eating there daily for lunch and for dinner, well, obviously. Something that's very important is that we're not going to compare what I'm going to produce, which the price that I could get, with like high-end restaurants or even restaurants at night. It won't be the same services. I mean, we're not going to have people coming to my house, sitting there and have candles and music, and no. So the idea is to do something very simple, just for delivery. So I have chosen the restaurants that are selling food to companies, to employees that are starving like me, like I was. Give me some food, please. So here I was as a banker, noon sharp, saying to my friends, okay, let's go have lunch together, we'll go downstairs, meet at the entrance, and then go and buy some food. What type of food I want to analyze today? I have chosen a list of food that I think are very common and popular in London, but also worldwide. I think they are quite popular as well, so well, let's see. So first, salmon sushi, because everyone in London loves sushi. Pasta bolognese, because I love pasta bolognese. And pizza pepperoni. And on the other side, I also want to do the same but for drinks. And coffee. Coffee might surprise you. So, let's start. So here you can see an Excel spreadsheet that I have done with all the ingredients. I have listed all the dishes and drinks that I have just told you. So for each of those dishes, we're going to see how much does it cost to buy it out for lunch, something very casual. So that's the kind of price I'm looking for. And then we're going to split all the ingredients and see how much they cost on the supermarket. I have chosen Asda as it's very cheap, large, online, and easy to find information. So yeah, okay, let's do this. So first, salmon sushi. So this is a dish I have found in Deliveroo, Canary Wharf, so something very standard, very easy. That's the price, £6.25 for not one, not two, but 6 pieces of nigiri of salmon with some sake. Alright, price $6.25. You would have then salmon, sushi rice, and soya sauce. Okay, so let's go for salmon first. Salmon, supermarkets. Here there are many salmon ideas, but then I realized that you don't really buy this salmon for sushi. Well, I hope don't. Don't eat this salmon for sushi. You need a special salmon, which is that one. Ta-da! This looks much better. So it's a grated salmon. I mean, I literally learned this on Google. So yeah, it's a grated salmon. Looks much better and much more expensive. So it's £33.99. The salmon, the supermarket price. How much do we need? Okay, so this is what I'm going to try to guess or calculate. And here I basically said like we needed 1/8. I don't know, here you can see roughly, yes, 1/8. That would be roughly this part, which I think would be enough for 6 nigiris. And that's an equivalent of £4.25. Perfect. Sushi rice. So I have brought some sushi rice with me as well here. It is very easy to find, comes with a box. 500 grams of sushi rice in the supermarket. Sushi rice, the same box, basically is mostly like 2 pounds. Perfect. Quantity needed, that was tough, I wasn't very sure, but yeah, I put 1/8. Usually don't need much. I mean, it's basically I have fold it until here, so 1/8 will be 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. That will be the bottom. I think that would be enough for 6 pieces, maybe a bit less. And the result, that's it. Soya sauce, 2.48. I put it. Quantity needed, I put it in 1/8 as well. So I mean, just divided 1/8, and this gives this. How much it costs to make it? £4.81. 23% return. Alright, so this means that you're going to make some sushi and you will get back 23%. Alright, have a look at the bolognese pasta. So I went again to Deliveroo here. Some spaghetti, it's about £6.50. So here's the price. You would need pasta, obviously, meat, tomato paste and cheese. Okay, so pasta. On the supermarket, pasta is super cheap, like it's really cheap, less than £1. Here I have it. How much? I usually use about a quarter for 2, so that would be an 8 for 1, and that's the price for, like, literally cost nothing, like literally nothing. Pasta is very cheap. The meat might be a bit more expensive. So if you have a look at the meats, that's it. So it's 2.59. I usually use half for 2, so that would be a fourth for, here I have it, a fourth, and that would be the price. Tomato sauce, very cheap, super cheap, £0.35. So here I put it, here. The quantity needed, I put a third, I think, like, yeah, a third, that's enough. Equivalent will be this price, perfect. So cheese, here I found it, 155, great. Quantity needed, I think I put, how much did I put? 1/8. You just top it, right? So you don't really use a lot, 1/8. And that, ladies and gentlemen, gives us a price to make of less than £1 to make these pasta dishes. And that gives us a return of 84%. So the highest, the better. So far, we're doing very great. 84% for pasta. Super good. Pizza pepperoni. So let's go for this. So I began Deliveroo. I found some pizza, regular size, that's roughly medium size. £8.99. Very interesting. More expensive. What do you need for the pasta? Well, flour, cheese, tomato, and pepperoni, obviously. So for the flour, this is flour. So I looked online for a recipe because I did not know how much I needed. But basically the price here is £1 for half kilo, I think it is. Yeah, for 1 kilo, so cheap. Online I found out that you needed roughly 1/3, so 300 grams. So that would be it, and the price would be this. So yeah, it's nothing. I find it interesting to see that it's more expensive to cook with flour than with pasta. Here. Cheese. Cheese. So you need mozzarella, obviously. 175. Here I have it. How much? Yes, you need a lot of cheese for pizza. Actually, in Argentina, they put so much cheese, like so much cheese, it's delicious. So the more the better. Obviously, it's very expensive, so be careful. And that gives us this price for 1 pizza. Tomato paste. Oh yeah, tomato paste is basically the same as we've seen before, because I have it here. We would use a bit less because it's a pizza, so it's just like a base. So a 4th I put. Pepperoni is quite cheap, £1. That's it. So £1, and I put like literally everything to put everything. Price. Okay, so ladies and gents, 159 to produce it and 71% return. So it is better to cook pasta over pizza. I thought it would be the reverse because pizza is so popular, everyone has pizza, and I really thought that it would be because it's really cheap. But anyway, okay, fine. Okay, let's go to the fun part, the beers and alcohol, most of them. Okay, so beer, how much is a beer? So I went to this pub. It was actually hard to find a menu with prices. I think they make it on purpose not to publish the price. So yeah, it took me maybe 20 minutes to find this menu, so I appreciate it. So here it is, you have a menu with prices of a beer, and I went for, look at this one, the Corona one. I just thought that was funny. So let's go for the Corona beer. So it's 4.5 pounds. Alright, okay. So that will be a Corona bottle. So if you were to buy it on the supermarket, Asda, you can get for 10 pounds 12 bottles. 12 bottles. So one bottle, that would be 1 over 12, would be 83 pennies, 0.83 pounds. That's insane. So one side, if you go to the supermarket, is 0.83, on the other side is 4.50. Okay? It's a huge difference. And if you look at the return, ta-da! 81%. Ladies and gents, don't do food, do drinks, do beers. Beers are a good business. Mojito. Let's have some fun with a mojito. So, I found this bar with prices that it has on it, definitely. So, prices in general are about 8 pounds. On the other menu, I also found it cocktail 8 mojito. So, I think, yeah, mojito would be about 8 pounds, okay? So it's made of, sorry, I need to go for it, rum, peppermint and green lemon, sugar and soda. So let's start with rum. So Asda white rum, thank you Asda, as usual, you have everything. 5.75, alright, for 35 centiliters. So I went to a recipe and actually they recommended 1 centiliters, so that would be basically 6% of the bottle. And so that's it, 33 cents. The peppermint, you have it here, so it's 40 cents roughly. Oops, here you have it. You use quite a lot of peppermint for mojito, so I put it like a third, okay, and that gives you 16 pennies. Sugar, well, sugar is super inexpensive. I put it here just for you to know. It's 3 pennies for 1 mojito, so nothing. And soda, I mean, it's also very cheap, 35 pennies. Alright, 1/8, 4 pennies in total for 1 mojito, which is nothing. And here I have it, 93%, 93% for a mojito. This is an amazing return. Guys, business people, do mojitos. Let's have a look at tequila shots. I used to do tequila shots as well, a lot, not a lot, I mean, okay, yeah, a few times. So, I went to this bar menu, and tequila is about, I put it like 6 pounds for a shot, okay? So 6 pounds for 35 milliliters. If you were to buy the tequila bottle, it would be 16 pounds. Okay, and a ratio of 5%, and it gives you 80 pennies for a tequila shot compared to 6 pounds in a bar. It's a huge difference. And the difference here is 87%. Again, very high return. We are saying much higher return than food, so that's good. Now let's have a look at cappuccinos. People are crazy about coffee, crazy. So let's have a look at the numbers. Cappuccino. So I just went online again to Uber Eats, and here I have it. Cappuccino at 3.15 grades. Cappuccino is basically made of, let me put it in black, milk and coffee. So milk is basically 48 48p, sorry, per liter. You have it. And you would need, I read online, 85 milliliters. So that's basically, you do the calculation of the ratio out of the two, and that gives you 4 pennies of milk per cappuccino. Coffee. So if you go to Asda, you can buy a pack of 3.79 coffee, just like this. Very easy. Then it depends on your taste, really, what you want to do. So that's basically the price for a big pack of coffee. You will need then 2 tablespoons of coffee out of it. So that's roughly 10 grams of coffee, according to the internet. And then if you do the math, it's about like 4% of the pack, which gives you 17 pennies for 1 pack of coffee. If we look at the results, that gives us a 93% return with a very low cost actually to produce it. So it is very profitable along with the mojitos. So if you want to start something, do mojitos and cappuccinos. I also did a very similar analysis for chicken rice, sandwich, salad, wine and Coca-Cola. And here are the results. I have done a ranking as well. So in green you will have all the drinks, and you can clearly see that drinks have a high return than food. So definitely try to sell alcohol if you can get a license, or serve coffee, even just Coca-Cola, then it's fine. I mean, clearly it has a very high return. In terms of food, pasta is very cheap to make, so it gives you a very high return. Chicken rice, salads and pizza are also a really good option. But try to avoid sandwich and sushi. Those are the options that are very expensive to make. So now you know, if you want to start a restaurant or pop-up or whatever, try to sell pasta, pizza, basically, with a mojito or a cappuccino. Bye guys, if you like the video, leave a thumb up just here and subscribe to my channel because I publish every week 3 videos on this channel. So see you in the next video. Bye!